Hey, what's up guys? Nick from Velox Training Group. Wanted to show you guys a new pistol that I'm super excited to have. This has kind of been in the works for quite a while now. I think we're gonna call this the DDX. It's a collaboration between Walther and Parker Mount Machine. Essentially what it is a Walther Q5 frame, Q4 slide, and then a Parker Mount Machine compensator. For those of you that have shot a Q4 or a Q5, you would already know that the gun is super soft to begin with, right? When we throw this comp on here, this thing just does not want to move. It just literally sits in your hand. Also, kind of upfront and honest with you guys, I shoot for Walther. I'm on the Walther Defense Division. I also shoot for Parker Mount Machine. Kind of take that for what it's worth. I have plenty of other guns though that I can shoot, and I don't because I like shooting these Walthers, right? And I like shooting Parker Mount Machine stuff. I've been shooting Parker Mount Machine stuff since before I even shot for Parker Mount Machines. One of the neat things about it is usually when you add a comp onto the end of your pistol, it extends the length of the pistol. Well, this pistol is basically the same length as a Q5. Fits in the same holsters as a Q5 from what I've found so far. This is a Safariland 6390 RDS 6832. It's for a Glock 34 with a Surefire. Okay, fits right in there, locks up nice and tight. Super cool in that department. Also, one thing that's really neat about this gun is it's basically no longer, it might even be a little bit shorter than say like a Glock 34. Fairly easy to carry, right? One of the other things that I really like about this gun, outside of being super flat and super soft, is how accurate this thing is. I'm gonna roll in some footage of me shooting some groups at 25, and this thing will shoot a group easily like 1.5 inches at 25 if you're doing your part, right? Very, very accurate gun. So this thing has pretty much eaten every single ammo that I've put through it. It's eaten Wolf 115, even Freedom Munitions, Fiocchi, pretty much the whole gamut of 9mm. And that's with the stock OEM spring and guide rod. I did end up changing the stock spring and guide rod because I wanted to see if I can get it a little softer, if that's even possible, right? So what I did is I went with a ZR Tactical guide rod, and what that allows you to do on these Walthers is use ISME flat wire Glock springs, long words. And the weight that I went with was a 15-pound Glock 17 size spring for this. Also, I wanted to show you guys some sights that I've got on here, right? On the back of my Delta Point Pro, I've got the Parker Mount Machine IDRS sights. And the cool thing about these sights is they're very, very low profile, right? And for a long time, I didn't run any sort of backup iron sights because I felt like the best thing about a red dot, right, was I was able to aim and see a lot of the target, right? It didn't obstruct the view. Kind of like my buddy Frank Proctor says, you wouldn't take a spare tire and mount it to your windshield, right? That wouldn't make any sort of sense. I totally agree with him. And usually what a lot of us do is when we have a red dot, we take these humongous backup iron sights and then block the lower half of the window. I've never been a huge fan of that, so I've kind of foregone running backup iron sights for a long time. But these Parker Mount Machine IDRS sights, right, if you could see it there, super, super low profile, right? And they don't block any of the view. So really dig them. They just fit in the back here. He also has them that will fit RMRs, right? They'll fit basically right in front of the emitter, okay? They'll fit RMRs, they'll fit SROs, RMR CCs. So he's pretty much got the whole gamut of red dots covered with these IDRS sights. A lot of them too, since these are so low, you could run a little bit lower front sight as well. You don't need a great big old skyscraper front sight to line up with these sights. And so that is the Walther DDX, Walther Parker Mount Machine DDX, that again I am super excited to have and be able to run. And I seriously dig this thing just because of how flat and how accurate this gun really is, man. This is easily one of the flattest shooting guns, or the softest shooting guns that I've ever owned. So hopefully you guys will see this on the market pretty soon.